We can and must stop this corrupt behavior.
Consider this.
Kurt here, http. I'm here with Damien, Occupy Baltimore here, and as you can look around, man, they got a really good setup, man. You got General Assembly meetings every night, 8 p.m. down here, Inner Harbor, Pratt and Light Street here. As you can see, man, I mean, we got food tables over here. We have a nice toilet over here with a.
Actually, we have a real porta-john right around the corner.
So there are real facilities.
Medical tents right over here.
Medical tents behind here. Get a shot of that, Joe. We have medical tents. I mean, we have people, registered nurses here. You know what? All day basically. So. Got a nice setup here, man. We were just speaking just a few minutes ago about how, and I've seen local headlines of you know, papers, internet sites talking about how you're just making stuff up as you go along. That there isn't a really purpose. Like this whole thing is very vague and whatnot. So and you really put it very, very well. You know what's going on here, and that there is a purpose. That it's just not being seen. Thought maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, basically, I think left, right, and center, we're all recognizing what the problems are, and that's corporate greed and corporate influence in politics, media, and finance. They make up the rules, and they don't even have to play by them. It doesn't matter what you think the solutions are. We all finally recognize that that's the problem. And so the reason they think this is vague is because this is the first movement, possibly in history, that's not pretending we know the answers. So we just came together realizing we can't stand for the problem anymore, let's talk about it. This is really, we're rebooting democracy here. We're trying to get everyone as much as possible together to discuss these issues and figure out how we can move forward and solve them together.
Rebooting democracy, that's kind of the little motto that you've been throwing out there here, you know, let's you know, it's a thought revolution, as I mentioned. Comedian Lee Camp, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He does little 4-minute rants, moment of clarity. He was actually out at the Occupy Wall Street, did a little stand-up out there, and as he mentioned, this is a thought revolution, you know, where we're getting people together, sharing ideas, as you put it, getting people here to where we can talk about these issues, and that brings me, I wanted you to talk a little bit about the whole democratic process here, you know, where everybody gets heard here.
Absolutely.
Everybody gets a voice.
And more than heard, everybody's concerns get addressed. We're working right now, at least here in Occupy Baltimore, on kind of a pseudo-consensus model. And what consensus is, it's instead of a 51% winner-take-all on the decision-making, any single person here can block an action to ensure that their concerns are being met, that nobody's getting left out of the conversation, and we can make sure to cover all the bases. Because what's happening is, whether you're on the left or whether you're on the right, you got a certain set of values, a certain set of things that you think need to be addressed, concerns, the problems. So when we come up with a solution to try to fix a problem, a lot of times when we do the 51% thing, we miss the valid arguments on the minority side, and we just throw them under the bus and we make a half solution that creates unintended consequences. But with this consensus model, we don't move forward until we make sure all reasonable concerns are considered and addressed. And that's incredibly powerful.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. So, and you've been out here for how long?
I've spent 5 nights here. I've spent about 7 or 8 days here. We've been here since last Tuesday, and we'll be here as long as it takes.
Awesome, and no problems with local law enforcement. What about did you guys have to get a permit to set up, structures?
I'll tell you what, it's been a very interesting process. You mentioned no trouble with law enforcement. That's absolutely true. We haven't gotten a permit yet. We just filed for one on Tuesday. They could have swept us out of here day one for a million different reasons, and they haven't. I think they understand what we're after and realize that we're actually a part of this. I've been the liaison a couple of times with the police department. They've been very reasonable, very kind. There's open communication. We don't have the right currently to have these structures up. We set them up when the rain was coming, and the major in charge of all this came through and he said, that wasn't part of the deal, I'm kind of concerned about that. And I said, we filed for a permit, sir, we're hoping it's going to come through very soon, that'll cover these structures. In the meantime, we're not trying to cause conflict, we're not trying to shake our fist at you or anything, we're just trying to protect our infrastructure. And he said, I get that, that's cool. If you don't get the permit, we'll have to revisit. And in the meantime, just keep this place clean and looking all right, the best you can.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It really
that,
is.
That you really are getting that kind of reaction from the city.
Very heartening.
That's great. Well, man, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
And good luck to all you guys. And everybody can come down here and you can donate, waters, food.
Water, food, medical supplies, warm clothes, blankets, sleeping bags, tents, anything really. Money to help us get all kinds of other random stuff, art supplies, and to help us fund any kind of direct action we're trying to take.
That's awesome. Yeah, us for one, we helped out, donated, a little bit. Obviously, didn't come down here with groceries or anything, but did try to help you guys out. Donated a few bucks to help you guys get what you need, man. Because I really dig what you guys are doing. I'm glad you were able to clarify this vague perception of what you guys are doing that the media is spinning out of control.
Can I just add one more thing?
Absolutely.
And this is very important. I don't speak for what's going on here. This is a movement where we're all leaders. I'm expressing opinion that I do believe is indicative of what's going on here, but anybody here has the complete right to disagree. And that's what's so powerful about this and being true democracy. I'm not speaking for them, I'm speaking with them.
With them, absolutely. And the website, the Occupy Baltimore website.
It's not Occupy Baltimore, that's a separate site. We did not set that up. www.occupybmore.org.
Awesome. Thanks a lot again,
Thank you, brother.
Damien, and good luck.
All right.